Injuries are a part of any sport, and the WWE is no exception. Due to the physical nature of pro wrestling, superstars suffer injuries throughout the calendar year. Not having an off-season often causes some wrestlers to work through serious ailments. Many stars have done this, like former World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins. He routinely mentioned a variety of injuries he was battling as he regularly defended his title. Who else has been injured so far in 2024? The following 10 WWE performers have suffered various ailments this year. Number 6. Shotzi and Cruz del Toro were injured while in NXT. Cruz del Toro was drafted to Raw with the rest of the LWO despite an injury. Fans may not have noticed his absence due to the changing numbers in the group from week to week. He injured his arm and was written off during a segment with the unhinged Ridge Holland. Shotzi also had an unfortunate trip back to NXT. While challenging Lyra Valkyria for the women's title, Shotzi injured her knee while falling from the ring apron. The former NXT Women's Tag Team Champion tore her knee earlier this year and was kept out of the WWE draft. Number 5. Injury revelations from the latest Raw. The King and Queen of the Ring tournaments were both hit with injury replacements during the first night of matches. Before Raw hit the air, Adam Pearce announced that Drew McIntyre wasn't cleared due to trauma to his arm. He was taken out of the tournament and replaced by Jey Uso. The Scottish Warrior still appeared on Raw. The same happened to Asuka, who was replaced in her match by Dakota Kai. The nature of her injury wasn't mentioned as the Empress of Tomorrow finished her match at WWE Backlash France. Number 4. Top WWE factions lose stars in different ways. The injury bug has affected the dominant factions of Raw and SmackDown. Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga kicked Jimmy Uso out of the bloodline. The latter's injury was undisclosed, so the beatdown was used to write him off TV. On Raw, Dominic Mysterio has continued to appear with his arm in a sling. Dirty Dom has injured his elbow but competed at WrestleMania 40 against his father, Rey, and Andrade. Another WWE performer who was injured was Xavier Woods. During a match building to the King of the Ring, Gunther continuously worked on Woods' leg. His injury is likely for storyline purposes, but Kofi Kingston mentioned he didn't know when Woods would return. Number 3. Rhea Ripley and number 2 Seth Rollins had different experiences at WrestleMania 40. Several of Raw's top stars haven't been able to avoid serious injuries. Rollins battled several injuries as World Heavyweight Champion but finally had surgery after WrestleMania 40. His knee needed attention, and he would be out of action for some time. As WWE fans know, Rhea Ripley retained her title at WrestleMania but was forced to relinquish it following an attack from Liv Morgan. The latter was on her revenge tour and attacked Mommy following the show of shows. The Eradicator's injury opened up an opportunity on Raw, and Becky Lynch took advantage to become the new Women's World Champion. Number 1. CM Punk tore his triceps in the Royal Rumble match. As mentioned during his promo on the latest Raw, CM Punk tore his triceps when he was hit with a Future Shock DDT from Drew McIntyre during the Royal Rumble. McIntyre was extremely happy that he injured Punk, so much so that it cost him the World Heavyweight title. Despite being injured, the voice of the voiceless was included in the 2024 WWE Draft. He remained on Raw and has appeared on the show since WrestleMania. Punk hasn't been wearing the arm brace in his last few appearances.